In today's video, I'll lay out 10 things you can do in the event of getting broken up with. Yay! Number 1, cry. If you need to cry because you're sad, because you're disappointed in a romantic outcome, then cry. Do it. We are made to cry for reasons, just as we're made to laugh. Laughing is great for your abdomen, get some nice abs, it feels great, but crying can help a lot too when you're feeling really sad. If you're able to, dedicate some time to crying. If you're not, dedicate time later to crying. In addition to relieving emotions, crying lubricates your eyes, which is great for eye health. And even though it can feel kind of pathetic when you're crying because of ingrained social norms, whatever, our bodies do need those emotional kinds of releases. It may feel pathetic in the moment to be crying, but afterwards it's almost like an emotional brushing off. It's like, oh, good job, tears, you did something useful. Number 2, if you've been broken up with, as always, I recommend journaling, because journaling is a wonderful place to put all your thoughts down as you're grieving or experiencing something. A lot of the times when we experience disappointments or rejection, we have kind of a processing of all the different things that happened around it. So then you think of, oh, this moment, that moment, oh, this did mean that, or this now I can see probably meant that. Ah, fun. So if you write that all down, then it's not floating inside your mind and just driving you crazy. Put it on the page. Let the page deal with it. You don't have to. Number 3, a wonderful way to deal with a breakup is going to yoga. I fortunately just had a yoga class set up at an optimum time after I was broken up with, so I was able to go right into yoga. Research has shown that yoga is really good for any kind of trauma. It's a way of getting emotions out of the body. So if you're doing a modality that is so good for releasing emotions, whether trapped or new, yoga is kind of the jam for that. Number 4, meditate. It might be that you're having a lot of kind of dark or sad thoughts after a breakup. One of the things I like to do if my head is kind of giving me grief is to listen to the voice of someone else's wisdom. That might be someone I respect, like an author or something, or it might be a meditation guide that I find on the internet. If you find your voice can't be soft with you, let someone else's voice be soft with you. Like yoga, there's so many health benefits to meditation. It just kind of slows everything down and allows you to be more mindful and to consider that there's kind of this phrase people have been using a lot in recent years as we kind of move into more new agey things in the mainstream, which I'm not opposed to. Sometimes it's a little much, but I'm not necessarily opposed to it. One of the phrases is like, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's kind of an annoying phrase, but there's something to be said about it, right? It's a way to reframe situations. It's not always going to be a great reframe. If you've gone through something super tragic, it's going to be super annoying and it's not going to be a reframe you really want to hear. But if you do look for opportunities of growth or for lessons, you'll find some. You might not feel like finding some, but you will find some if you focus long enough on the lesson or the opportunities for growth or whatever other thing. Number 6, reach out to friends or family. If you're dealing with a breakup, it sucks to go it alone because usually you feel sad and it's just not fun to feel sad on your own. So if you're feeling sad, try reaching out to friends and family. See if you can see a friend in person. See if you can have a phone call with someone you love who you know is going to give you the support you need. I wouldn't call a friend who's on the harsher side. That might be a good friend to talk to 2 weeks down the line. But what you want in the initial first days of a breakup is, people being gentle and kind and caring. The next thing to do if you've just experienced a breakup is to not do anything rash. Don't self-sabotage in some way. I don't recommend retaliating in some way, or just doing something you wouldn't have done if this situation wasn't happening. Getting super drunk or doing some self-sabotaging behavior that is outside the norm just for relief of your feelings. Pause. You don't have to do anything outrageous today. Just be with yourself, be with the emotions. The quicker you acknowledge the pain you're feeling, the quicker you can move through them and move on. Life is too short to be sad, too long. But you should also be sad a little because you need to experience sadness sometimes. And it's okay to be sad. So I hope you give yourself permission to be sad no matter the length of the relationship and whatever other elements of it. Next, take care of yourself a little bit extra. If you're dealing through a hard time, the best thing you can do is set yourself up for success. And that is often in the little moments. Today, I had food that I made for myself yesterday. It was great. I haven't had to cook all day because I've just been eating leftovers. I had clean laundry because I did laundry last weekend. My apartment is relatively clean besides the books I pulled out today. Take care of yourself in the small ways. Give yourself healthy comforts where you can, and be really kind and really soft to yourself because we all need some kindness and softness, and this is one of those times. If you buy yourself flowers, do a Miley Cyrus sort of thing. I already had these flowers, but they come in handy for comfort. You can bounce them, pat them, like a little cheerleader, rah-rah. Look for places where you can give yourself praise in the context of this relationship. We all are trying to move forward in whichever ways we're trying to move forward. Maybe you repeated some patterns, maybe you didn't. But when you start mindfully trying your best to date, you might start seeing that you're beginning to do different things. And within those different things, there's opportunity to give yourself some praise. If you look at yourself today versus 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even 2 years ago in the dating realm, can you find those moments where, oh, I broke a pattern here, I broke a pattern there, I didn't do this where I would have done this before, or I chose a partner who was a lot healthier for me this time. This is a good signifier of the next partner I'll choose. There are all these little moments we all experience and make choices within relationships, and they're not all going to be perfect. But if you do some really well, instead of focusing on the ones that felt like you could have made a different decision, try to reassert yourself in your mind and say, hey, wait brain, I know what you want to do. You want to focus on this moment where you can talk down to me about what I could have done differently. But what about this moment over here? This was a really beautiful moment. I really liked how I did this moment. I'd like to keep doing moments like that. God, that's such a nicer reframe to not be hard on yourself after rejection, but to instead be like, hey, I'm an imperfect human and I'm moving forward and I'm doing everything I need to do, and it's okay that this didn't work out. There are going to be other days, there are going to be other people. There were things that weren't perfect in this one, and that's okay. It's all going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. The flowers might be okay. Well, depending on how I keep bouncing them. They'll probably die soon. But they look pretty okay for a few days. So that's all to say. You should now hit the subscribe button, the like, and comment below if you've dealt with breakups in the past, if you have recommendations on how to manage breakups healthfully, and if this content was beneficial for y'all. Whew, big sigh. I hope y'all are good, and I'll see you next time.